welcome to this Lightroom tutorial where we're going to have a look at collections. What are collections? Well, really they're just a way of grouping images together wherever they are in our folder structure into a single place so that we can see them easily. I've got one set up here called castles. If I click on it, and you'll see it's brought back some pictures of some castles. You'll notice I've got this little plus sign next to the word castles. If I just right click here, the reason that's there is because I have this set as target collection checked, and we'll have a look at what that does. I'm going to add some more castles to this collection, and to do it I'm going to go to my folders, and in places under Scotland I've got these two images here that I want to add. If I highlight that one, if I go to photo, you'll see this add to target collection with the shortcut B. So what I can actually do is just hit the B key and it adds it into my castles collection. You'll actually see now this has gone up to 25 from 24 as it was earlier. Another way we can add things to a collection is we can literally just drag and drop it. So this picture here, drag it, drop it into castles, and it's gone up to 26. I'm just going to change my settings here so we can see things a bit better. At the moment I'm running in something called solo mode, which means I only see one panel at a time. If I click on folders, you'll see it's closed collections. I can right click on any of these and just turn off solo mode. And now I can expand that one and collections out so that we can see what we're doing a little bit better. What's important to remember is though, we haven't actually moved those images at all. They are still in their original folders. So Scotland, you still see these two images, and all the others came from this folder here for Scotney Castle, and they're all still in their original places. We're just literally creating a kind of view grouping everything that is castle related together. So how do we create a collection? That's pretty straightforward. If we just hover over the little plus, click on create collection and give it a title. Followers of my work will know that I like ballet shoots, so I'm just going to create a collection called ballet. It's created the collection for me, but you'll notice what it's done is it's put this picture of the castle in, and that's because that was selected when I created the collection. I don't really want it in the collection. I can just hit the delete key and it removes it from the collection. It does not remove the file from its original location. It only removes it from the collection. So now we've created the collection, we can just add our pictures into it. So if I was to go to models, for example, and I believe we have some under Free Spirit, there's free ballet shots. I can drag and drop these into my collection like this. If I hit the B key now for this one, you'll notice it's added it to the target collection castles. Because I didn't change that, the plus is still here. So I don't want to do that. If I click on castles, I can delete it from the collection just by hitting the delete key. And what I could do now is I could right click on ballet and now set this as the target collection, and you'll see the plus signs moved. So if I go back to Free Spirit, now I can hit the B key, sorry, just the once, and hit the B key again on this picture, and you'll see we've now got the free pictures in there. I believe also I've got a couple of pictures here in this Caitlin folder. So hit the B key, select this one, hit the B key, and now I have those 5 images grouped together as a ballet collection. I'm just going to create another collection. I'm going to call this one Ruins. Not spelled like that though. There we go. Ruins. Again, it's put a default picture in. I don't need that one. Just going to delete it. And I'm going to have a look at my places under here. What I need to do is change this to be my default target collection. So I'll give them a little plus. And I want to add this one. Hit B key. This one, this one, and we're going to go back to our Scotland folder and select these 2 castle images. So now I've got 5 images in there categorized under ruins, and you'll notice that we have the Scotland castles in both collections. They're not limited to just one collection. It can be as many collections as you like. The reason I've created the ruins collection is I just want to show you another feature we can do with collections. If I go back to the plus option, I can create a collection set. I'm going to do that. I'm going to call it buildings. And you'll see you get this kind of folder-like filing tray. And what we can actually do is we can move collections into those collection sets like this. So we have the ability basically to create a kind of structure so that we can organise our collections as well. We can also search using the filter collections search bar, so ruins for example. If that's not actually showing, just click on the plus and you'll see the show collection filter option. If that's not checked, just check it and you'll get this search option. We've looked at how we can create collections manually, but we can also create them automatically based on a set of rules, and we can do that by clicking on the plus again, and this time using Create Smart Collection. And here we can give it a title. I'm going to call this one Fairy Tales, and I don't want to put it inside a collection set, and I can set up the rules here. In this instance I can click on the word rating for example, and under metadata I can choose keywords and say keywords contains fairy tales. Great. And you'll see that it's automatically pulled in a series of images because all of these have fairy tales in them or are part of the fairy tales group. Alice in Wonderland is a fairy tale, and if you think back to our keyword structure, which we can have a look at here in keyword list, fairy tales, Alice in Wonderland is classified as a fairy tale, as is Cinderella. So if I click on this one, you'll see the keywording Cinderella. So Lightroom's been able to automatically create that collection for me based on that keyword. I can change the rules for my smart collection as well. For example, if I right click on fairy tales and do edit smart collection, I can add a new rule. So I might want to say I only want it where a rating is 5 stars. If I save that now, you'll notice all the images have gone because none of my original images actually have any star ratings. If I give this 5 stars now, and I give this one 5 stars, you'll see I've now got images back in my collection. Likewise, if I go to Emily, 5, 5, I can now go back to fairy tales and the 4 images are there. I'm just going to add a few more in. These were all Alice in Wonderland theme ones, so now they've been added to my collection as well. And because this is based on rules, if I go back now to this Emily folder, this picture here was actually Alice in Wonderland inspired. So if I was to give that 5 stars now, and this time add the keyword Alice in Wonderland, you'll see fairy tales has gone up to 8, and that new image has been added into the collection as well because it's picked up the rule for keywords. Notice that Lightroom does create some smart collections of its own, so things like 5 stars, coloured red, the past month, this kind of thing, all automatically created for you based on rules. So to keep things tidy, what I might do now is create a new collection set. I don't want to put it inside smart collections. I'm going to call this one styles. You'll see I've now got this new set here, and I could do things like move fairy tales and ballet into that styles collection set, even though one's automatically generated based on rules and one was a manually generated one. We can still group them together, which keeps our collections nice and tidy. Hopefully you can see how collections get over that age-old problem of, well, it's a holiday photo and I'd like to file it in a folder with all my other holiday pictures, but it's also a nice sunset and I've got a folder for sunsets as well. Which one do I put it in? Well, if sunsets is set up as a collection, it can be in any one of the folders, and yet they'll all be grouped together when you need them. That's it for this tutorial, but if you like what you're seeing, please hit the subscribe button and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.